Alright folks, welcome to another beer review. It's been a long weekend. I've had this t-shirt on for about 3 days, but I don't care. So just made some chicken wings, so when they cool down I can shred all the meat off, because I do find that like frozen chicken wings from like Iceland are great if you want to have a dish that's got chicken. Anyway, and I thought, I wasn't going to, but I thought, you know what? I'll have a drink, watch YouTube for a bit, and then pop up to bed. So today, we're going over to, well, it's a collaboration between Verdant and Rivington as part of Cloudwater's mashup series. I think this was brewed and canned at Verdant, and this is the wonderfully named Never Known Sharks Like It. So of course it is a mashup of Rivington's classic Never Known Fog Like It, and I've had it a couple of times, the names just escape me, and of course Verdant's oh my god, what's the beer called now? It's shark related. They did like a collab like this with Sure Shot as well. The names escaped me, but you know what beer it is. All the information is going to be down below in the description anyway. You might just get a random outburst where I probably say the name wrong mid-sentence. But yeah, two classic IPAs from two, well, modern classics. I don't know if you can call anything within the last 10 years a classic. Maybe you can. I don't know what defines a classic. I don't know when a classic comes into play. But modern classics, two modern classics from two great breweries, part of Cloudwater's mashup series, where there was also Cloudwater collaborating with Beak, Polly's collaborating with Overtone, and then Siren collaborating with New Barns. Yeah, a double IPA inspired by whale sharks and Never Known Fog Like It. Whale sharks, was that like an amped up version of the shark beer that Verdant did? This is very long-winded. But yeah, it's a double IPA coming in at 8.5% ABV. On the hot side, we've got Citra, Galaxy, Mosaic, and Simcoe. And then on the cold side, we've got Citra, Mosaic, Galaxy, and Simcoe. So the mashup is a project brought to you by Cloudwater, inspired by our love of musical breweries, musical mashups. It sees 8 of the UK's best breweries pair up to create collaborations. God, I can't speak. Create collaborations based on some of their best loved recipes, each accompanied by a joint playlist. And it's going to be an absolute nightmare to get that QR code to work on camera like that. But yeah, interesting. We'll see what music both the Verdant and Rivington folk enjoy. But yeah, really cool, simple artwork. Let's just get this opened and see what we get. I think I did have this when I was in Bristol with Mersey Beers, Blue Nose Beer Reviews, Rampant Lime Beer Reviews, and Beardy Beer Reviews. And all the beer reviews channels. And I think we had it at the Small Bar. I think this is the beer, because I think they had a few Verdant beers on tap. Yeah, got this in a joint order with Mersey Beers. I think this was from the beer shelf, but we got some beers from the beer shelf and got some beers from Fuss Club. Can't remember too much, but I am sure I have actually had this on tap in Bristol. So, beer in the glass then. and I've just realised the door's in the way, so ever professional. Yeah, hazy as you like. Colour is pretty much spot on camera. Well, obviously it's gone a little bit darker due to the terrible lighting, considering there's only one light bulb of 4 working there, which is beautifully illustrated there. Not the most ideal lighting, but hey ho, it is what it is. Really nice sort of like orangey colour. Reminds me of like a slightly darker clementine juice. The stuff that you can get from Tesco's and other supermarkets are available, of course. But yeah, looking very, very nice indeed. It looks like a fruit smoothie. It really, really does. So let's see what we get on the nose. Ooh, that's a really nice and soft, subtly sweet aroma. Melon, papaya. Very nice, soft, fruity, citrusy and sweet citrusy tones. You know, like your grapefruit, blood orange, clementines, nectarines, that sort of thing. A little bit of a sweet herbal note there. Not too much though. It's got that sort of like slight lemon sherbet to it as well. But it's just so soft and rounded. No like one predominant aroma. It just ushers you in like a siren, and then will just drag you to the depths and you'll just drown. But you'll be drowning in haze, and hopefully it'll be a really nice, unpleasant experience to drown in a really hoppy beer. I can't imagine it's going to be pleasant at all to actually drown in a vat of boiling hoppy gloop. Just reminded me of an episode of Midsummer Murders where like someone was killed in a mash tun. I think it was a mash tun, I can't remember. But yeah, really, really nice, gentle, sweet. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. Oh, wow. Beautiful, beautiful body. I always remember Never Known Fog Like It to have that, like really, obviously I think they've developed the recipe as they've rebrewed it, because the first time they brewed that beer, it was like brown, hoppy water, and it was glorious. That was when, you know, all the UK breweries were really starting to do these hazy Vermont style IPAs. And of course, Cloudwater, whose project this is, you know, pioneers, really kick-started that boom, I would say. There's other breweries obviously involved around that time who were doing that same thing, but I think Cloudwater were that one with their like version series, which I think they're bringing back. They're doing version 14, so that'll be interesting to see what that's like. But in this landscape, will it just be like a lot of the beers that they've brewed up to this point since then? Shall be interesting though. I think I only ever had the version 3, which Dean from Dean's Beer Reviews I think got for me, because we did a bit of a beer trade. I sent him some stuff from Germany and he sent over some beers as well. But back to the point of Never Known Fog Like It. I remember having that sweet yet really savoury, dank flavour. And I'm getting that with this. Not ridiculously sweet. I'd say it's a little bit more gentler on the nose. Mouthfeel is just beautiful though. Just that chewy mouthfeel you expect from Verdant. Who again, I think they were the brewery that really started to, you know, like play around with the water. And I think some of their early beers, to get that soft mouthfeel, they were brewing the beer as if it was like a wheat beer. I think that's one of the things they did, which makes sense because wheat beers have really nice textures, even though I'm not a big fan of wheat beers. So to treat the water and to brew it like a wheat beer, but make it really, really hoppy to get that creamy texture, you know, it makes perfect sense. And I'm not sure if that's still a technique that's quite common when breweries make these sorts of beers. See, I was thinking of even sharks need water. But whale sharks, I don't remember that beer. Because I think they've brewed a few different variants of varying like ABV. So I can't really comment on the verdant side of things. Yeah, there's this really nice dank, sort of like damaged bruised fruit sort of thing, you know, where bruised fruit goes a little bit savoury. It's like it's drying out and going brown. If you agree with that and know what I'm talking about, then, well, you're on my level, which is to your detriment, I assure you. But yeah, nice grapefruit aftertaste on this one. Seems to get a little bit more resiny and dank the more I drink it. Those softer, sweeter flavours are definitely there, but they seem much less pronounced as the beer's breathing in the glass. But it's the mouthfeel on these just always just adds that extra layer of satisfaction when you're drinking it. I'd say there's a little bit more of a herbal character than you would expect. But I know that can sometimes be a negative sort of like deduct points on the hoppy scale, but I think it really works with this. I'm always reminded of something like a rocket leaf. But it's absolutely bang on that. A little bit of a candied flavour coming through as well. Plays into that sherbety aroma that you got, but not too much, because as I said, it's more on this savoury, well, it's not really savoury, but it's a little bit more danker. Bitteschön. German joke. But yeah, that's absolutely spot on, that. That's absolutely lovely. Very, very happy with this one. Two fantastic breweries coming together and making an absolutely fantastic beer. So, yeah, I think, let's see. Canned on the 19th of June. So that doesn't fall. Does that fall in line from the Bristol trip? That seems like weeks and weeks ago, which it technically is, because we're in like the just about to start the second, end the first week of August as I'm recording this. I can't believe it was. I can't remember what specific dates that were, so maybe it was fresh when we had it. If it's the same beer, I'm sure I had a Rivington and Verdant collab, because I think Adam got it as well. Regardless, that's not a word. Regardless, this is an absolutely cracking beer, and yeah, tasting very good, even though it is just about 3. No, because if that's a month, so that'd be a month on the 19th of July. So it's a month and 3 weeks, just shy of a month and 3 weeks old. Still tasting absolutely bang on, but you would expect that with modern brewing techniques and canning and the freshness and preservation of hops and storage and stuff like that. So you could have like I've had in the past, beers that have been over 6 months old, very hoppy, and still maintaining those satisfying hoppy flavours that we all love when we get some juice and haze. But yeah, awesome stuff. just really, really nice. Got a big hit of like orange then. Sort of like midway between the start and the end. The middle of the beer. Yeah, lovely stuff. Highly recommended if you see a can of it. Definitely check it out. And if I remember to do so, I'll put a link down below to the matching playlist to this. Let's see how great or shit the musical tastes of Rivington and Verdant are, or if it'll be one of those playlists that I'm guilty of playing off to make it as obscure as possible, to make me look a lot more interesting than I actually am. So yeah, links down below to both breweries, all the information in the description, and yeah, massive thank you to Adam for facilitating, not felicitating. That sounds somehow like a sexual. Anyway, we won't go any further with that. What happens in my bin cupboard stays in my bin cupboard, and that is not a euphemism. Well, it kind of, I've set it up as a euphemism, haven't I? Yeah. Salt and pepper chicken wings as well, so yeah. It's a lonely life, but I'm glad you occasionally get to witness it firsthand. Anyway, if you've tried it, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. If you've tried either of the beers that have helped forge this collaboration, then let me know your thoughts and opinions down below. And yeah, cheers for watching. You all take care, stay safe, and next time you see me, I might actually have had a shower. Cheers.